I'm on the way up. 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 Been a long, long time coming, but I'm on the way up. Been a long, long time coming, but I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up.
Hey guys, what's up everyone? Welcome or welcome back again to another video tutorial from the Apex Predator Billiards Training Club. My name is Apex Elenio, your aspiring professional pool player and pool instructor straight out of the small island of Jamaica. Now before we actually get into the video, it so happened that I had a special guest passing through on my training center here. We had Boyd Smith, which is Jamaican pool scientist. He has now migrated overseas and is now playing pool at one of the highest level, representing his country. Now of course he passed through and we did a video together, but he did have something that he wanted to say to all of you, so here it is. And that was really nice of Mr. Boyd Smith to pass through in my training center and left, a positive feedback on what it is that I am doing here on my channel all the way from Jamaica. So he made this video an extra special one because his presence at that time had me on my toes. So, definitely I had to make this one an extra special one. We actually did a video together right after this one, so I'll be sure to post that one. And if you guys are interested in what the pool scientist does on his channel, I will leave a link pinned in the description or in the comments. You can check out his content as well. Now, this particular drill has quite a few objectives. As you can see there, on my first attempt, I was able to pocket the one ball that is currently on the spot. And of course, I'm shooting the cue ball from the corner pocket, the 3 diamonds on the short rail and 1 diamond above the side pocket on the long rail. Now currently where I'm shooting from, guys, is in fact a 30-degree cut shot into the corner. If you guys are definitely interested in seeing more of what I do here on the channel, definitely continue to support the channel by hitting the subscribe button below, turn on your post notification bell, leave some positive questions and comments down below, and do not forget to share this out to your pool community. So let's dive on right in. I'm 1 from 1 at the moment, and this video is an extra special one because there was a lot that was going on. There was a lot of consistency that I developed in this particular drill here. Now of course you're seeing there my first missed attempt where I undercut that shot almost by a 3/4 of a diamond. So definitely that was not the most ideal start, but of course, as I said, whenever I make my videos, I don't just show you my successful attempts, I show you my unsuccessful attempts. Now let us assess what could possibly be the reason why I missed that shot. As you can see here, I stepped into the line of the shot, and if you notice my whole entire body, it seems as if I have a very stable stance. Let's pay attention to the follow through. Let's pay attention to the head movement and the back arm there. It was a nice delivery. Now on that particular shot there, I did make it. Cue ball didn't really take the correct path that I really wanted to take, but here you're seeing a video excerpt from one of the previous videos that I did on my channel where I am doing the spot shot drill, 30-degree cut shot in continuation. So what I do is that I place the object ball on the spot, as you see, and it's gonna come 2 cushions off the short rail and the long rail, and it's gonna take that very consistent path. Now what I want you to pay attention to, guys, is that for each of my successful attempts, notice the path of the cue ball. It does not change. It always catches around the first diamond here, then it catches around the 3rd diamond, and it goes back down towards the middle diamond on the short rail. Now as I said, guys, in this video is going to be a compact, compressed video because we're going to be paying attention to quite a few things during this drill. And one of the things that I want you guys to keep focused on here is the consistency of my cue ball path after I make the putt. So as you can see here, as I said guys, I'm 2 from 3, 67%, and pretty good. This is pretty good. I usually have a higher percentage of making the shot, but for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to be doing the continuation. I'm just going to be making the shots 2 times on both sides and the both corner pockets here. So let's have a look at how this object ball goes into the pocket here. I definitely missed that one. Not sure if I have a replay. I do not, but you can see there where I missed that by almost a half a diamond. So I can definitely attribute that miss to the fact that I did not find the correct aim point on the object ball. If you notice my head, notice my back arm, notice my body, it is in a proper sequence. I don't have any sudden movements. It is pretty smooth, and when I get it right, it's going to look as beautifully as you see this spot here. There was a little bit of a twist in my back arm, which, as I said, if you notice where the cue ball part takes, it heads right back down towards the middle diamond on the short rail. Now, that particular object ball actually didn't go into the center of the pocket. It actually went a little bit more towards the right side of the center. So how the object ball enters into the pocket will eventually determine how consistent and how accurate your cue ball path is. Now notice here where I stepped into the shot, and notice that my feet right here is pointed at 45 degrees away from the shooting line into the object ball. Now let's pay attention to my back arm and my head movement here. There is no sudden movement. Notice everything is steady. Now notice that the cue ball actually went into the nipple of the side pocket there, and as I said, that can sometimes be a unfortunate rule, because when you try to make a pot like this, what you're gonna find is that if it doesn't enter into the center of the pocket, or it enters a bit too, if it enters a bit too thick into the pocket, then you will find sometimes that it catches the nipple, and unfortunately sometimes it goes into the side pocket. So I was 3 from 40, 75%. That is not bad. I'm gonna be moving on to the next tough shot here. Now notice that I've now moved my cue ball towards the middle diamond, and I'm about a half ball off the rail. Now at this point here, the approximate angle of this here is approximately 48.6 degrees. But of course, with a little bit of variances, and just for understanding purposes guys, I'm going to refer to this angle as a 45-degree cut shot, which therefore is a quarter ball hit. Now of course, in this attempt here, you're seeing on my first attempt, in fact, I definitely overcut that ball. But did you notice that it overcut way more than what actually appears on the screen? Now of course, because I overcut it so much, it's just because I'm trying to compensate for cut induced throw. And if you notice that it missed by overcutting, but if you looked carefully, there was a slight bit of throw that took place, so it got me closer to the pocket than where I was aiming. Now of course, gonna get back down on the table here and try to make this pot into the corner. Let's pay attention to how it enters into the pocket. From this angle, we'll be able to see clearly how the object ball enters. That one definitely wiped its feet going in. Let's have a look at the replay here. Nice cut shot, really smooth. But watch that 7 ball, just kind of wiped its feet going into the face, got down, and notice the path of the cue ball now. It catches just about a half diamond in and out of that corner pocket. So we want to make a mental note of that, not just when we are on the shot, because a lot of players, what they do is that they focus so much on the pot that they completely forget the path. So again, another thing that I'm doing, in addition to watching my cue ball's path, I'm also watching the consistency of how my cue ball travels along that path. I'm also monitoring my head movement, my back arm movement, my cue speed, my alignment. There's several things that's going on in this training. So yes, it's a ball pocketing drill. Yes, I'm showing you how to use fractional ball aiming to make these pots. Yes, it's a difficult shot and a specialty shot, but you can't forget that if you make the pot and you don't get position, you will find that it's a shot to nothing. Well, pretty much it's just going to be a futile shot. So as I said, guys, this video is a compact one. It is filled with a lot going on here. Now, of course, what you notice that from the previous shot, the 30-degree spot shot, I've actually been switching sides as well, because it's very, very important that your eyes, your hand, and your mind gets accustomed to the shot picture. And so when I talk about a shot picture, guys, when you get down on these shots, if that shot picture is not imprinted in your mind, then when you get down on the shot, you're going to have to be in the guess world. You're going to be guessing how much of the object ball to hit and guessing with a lot of things. So notice here, when I get down on this shot here and I drop myself into the shooting line, this then becomes the shot picture. Let me just try to give a highlighter here for you. There you go. Now look at that shot picture. You need to get accustomed to this feel, because on a shot like this, where of course it's a 45-degree cut shot, but to be more precise, it's a 48.6-degree cut shot. This shot is a tough one, and it's a tough one for many reasons. The cue ball is close to the short rail, about a half a diamond, or well, about a quarter to a half a diamond off the short rail. You're aiming this shot at a 45-degree point, but the angle is a bit thinner than that, so you have to compensate for that 3 degrees. So you have to aim this shot not at a quarter ball, but a little bit, just a hair thinner than a quarter ball. And of course, when you get everything right, and your body, your hand, your eyes, your alignment is in point here, you will find that it enters directly into the pocket and it follows that consistent path. Now, I do have, as I said, this video was an extra special one. I went through a series of misses there. So far, I've missed about 4 times, right? 2 on the right, 2 on the left. I do have Mr. Smith sitting to the side here, watching me go through this drill. And there I have some, as I said, my training, guys, and my videos are done in a public space. So most times when I'm doing these videos, I have a lot of passers by. So again, that also helps me to get used to the atmosphere of making these types of tough shots. So beautifully, that one went a little bit cleaner into the pocket, and notice where it went. Half a diamond in and out of the corner. So for those of you guys who may have this shot, and when you get down on it, in the past you felt like it was a low percentage shot, it is a low percentage shot because of its difficulty. But when you do make the shot, you will realize that pretty much you don't really have a chance of scratching. So if you're ever concerned about you scratching on a shot like this, you're now seeing tangible evidence here, visual evidence here, that you can have confidence that a scratch is not in the equation. Now, of course, you can scratch if you apply any unwanted side spin, or if you jump up on the stroke. You want to have a balanced, steady stroke like what you see being demonstrated here on screen. Let's have a look at the back arm and the head. Literally no movement. And watch that cue ball. Once it goes dead into the pocket, you will find that it ends between the middle diamond on the short rail and the first diamond on the short rail there, that is away from the right corner pocket. So 4 from 8, 50%. I mean, again, as I said, it's a low percentage shot. You can see just from those 8 attempts, I was only able to make 4. So, I'm okay just allowing you guys to see how these shots are made. But I definitely don't want to have to be landing on a shot like that, because as you can see, I have a 1 out of 2 chance of making it so far. All right, but it's good that you can get on the table and put 15-20 minutes in your practice session to work on these specialty shots. Now we're going to be moving on to a very deceptive shot, a very deceptive angle when it comes to this shot here. Now, if you notice that when I was shooting from the short rail where the chalk is at the moment towards the object ball that is on the spot, that was exactly 48.6 degrees, but to be more precise, 45 degrees. And notice that when I was shooting from the corner pocket, it was 30 degrees. So if you find the average of 45 and 30, you'll find out that the putting angle of this shot here is approximately 37.5 38.6 degrees. Now with a shot like this here, this shot is a little bit thicker, pardon me, it's a little bit thinner than a half ball hit, but it's a little bit thinner than a 3/4 ball hit. So what you want to hit is an image that looks like this. When you get down on the shot, what you want to visualize is exactly this. Yes, you're hitting this ball at a 5/8 ball hit. Pardon me, a 3/8 ball hit. So from the middle diamond on the short rail, that's a 1/4 ball. This is a little bit thicker than a 1/4 ball, so we're going to say this is a 3/8 ball hit. And once you hit it purely like what you see there, let's have a look at the replay. Watch the back arm, minimal movement, dead in the center of the pocket, and nice delivery. And watch that cue ball floats out again back to that middle diamond. So you notice that the end position of the cue ball is always anywhere between the first diamond and the middle diamond. So once you hit it real good, that's where you're going to land. Now if it goes towards the right side of the pocket or to the left side of the pocket, then that will determine if you go a bit closer to scratching or a bit wider towards the middle diamond here. So you can see, as I said guys from the beginning, that this is a compact video because I'm paying attention to so many different variables. Number one, I'm working on my eye alignment when it comes to using fractional ball aiming. 2, I'm working on my understanding where my cue ball path is going. 3, I'm working on the fundamentals, staying still, staying focused, delivering the cue straight in order to get the cue ball to go where I want it to go and to get that object ball in the pocket. And that's 3 from 3 beautifully there. Notice there that it went exactly towards the middle diamond once it makes it cleanly. Now again, this particular shot here is in fact a shot. Well, I have an older video that I did, and if you guys want to even become more precise to where the cue ball is going, where you can make a tough putt like this and do a breakout, I have a video that I've pinned in the description box below. I believe it's related to the Ralph Eckert reference system. I don't want to talk too much about it in this video, but if you guys want to dial down more, even more precise with your cue balls path, where you can break out object balls in the middle of the table on tough putts like these, check that video out guys. It is truly invaluable here. Now switching back to the right side of the table here, well in fact my left side from where I'm shooting, but the right side from our visual, I'm going to be trying to putt this 14, beautifully putt. Watches the cue ball, boom, just to the right or the left side of the middle diamond. So there, that has been imprinted in my mind. I now know that going forward into the future, I know that I have the confidence to make the putt, and I have the confidence to guarantee myself position here. Now so far you can see that from the corner it is 30 degrees, from the middle diamond it's 48.6 degrees, and in between the corner pockets and the middle diamond it's approximately 37.6 degrees. Now we're going to be moving a diamond up above the corner pocket on the long rail. Now if you thought that that shot angle was deceptive, this one is even worse. This is not my favorite shot, and believe it or not, this shot is, in my opinion, a low percentage shot because of several reasons. Number one, when you have the cue ball that is very close to the long rail, it makes your cueing awkward. It actually induces you to play spin even when you're trying to aim at the vertical axis of the cue ball. Now if you notice here that I've paused a little bit because I'm currently in deliberation as it relates to what angle this is, and I did have a problem figuring out the angle when I was actually making the video, but then eventually I realized that from the middle diamond there, that's where I'm aiming from towards that corner pocket, that 15-degree putt. So I know that going down just a hair will take me to about 22.5 degrees. Now again, a 22.5 degrees putt is a 5/8 ball hit. I'm going to show you what a 5/8 ball hit looks like, what visual you should have when you get down on the cue ball. Let's have a look at my first attempt. Let me see if I can get 1 out of 1 here. Let's pay attention to the head movement. Alright, so I didn't really have much head movement there or any arm movement. So as I told you guys, this shot is so deceptive that when you get down, you sometimes feel like where you're aiming needs a bit of overcut or it needs a bit of undercut. So you just really have to burn this shot into your memory bank and get a feel for it. But let us see if we can get at least 1 from 2 and get our percentage up here. Really nice delivery there. And again, do not forget to keep your eyes on the cue balls part in your training session. I find that a lot of amateur level players, when they're doing their ball pocketing drill, if they ever do a ball pocketing drill, what they do most of the time is that they always just keep forgetting that the cue balls part is crucial. Because if you make this spot and you scratch, then it becomes a futile shot. So you want to ensure that you know if the shot is high percentage or low percentage. And of course, because you don't have much of the cue ball to aim for, you know that you have to, have in your mind where this cue ball is going if it does make or if it misses. Now in this shot here, there was a little bit of a hand movement which basically contributed to me missing that shot horribly by overcutting. But we're going to get down back on the table again and we're going to try to burn this shot. Now this is something that I did on my channel also a while back. I also have a link pinned in the description box below. This particular drill that I'm doing, this spot shot drill, is a breakdown. It's a variance of the clock drill where you shoot an object ball from the spot from all the diamonds going around. This is a beautiful drill. It really burns a lot of things in your brain. It burns, it helps your arm to get used to. Because you see, once you get down on a particular shot on the table and you've never practiced it before, you're definitely guessing as to what's the stroke, what's the speed of the stroke, how much of the object ball you should hit. You've got to just kind of get a feel of it. A lot of these shots, even though I'm teaching you the mathematical calculation behind it, a lot of these shots, guys, are in fact feel. In fact, I do have a video that I'm going to share with you that came from one of my recent matches where this shot actually came up. Here it is. Now I'm actually playing with Vinroy Logan here in the first match when I went on a 1-month tour after coming out of training for a year. Vinroy played a shot and tried to play a safety. Now of course he left me with this position here on the 7. I was 2-1 down. I got a rack to run and I missed the 8 ball. If you guys want to check that video out, this match was a total giveaway. But I played a beautiful bank shot here and look at where the cue ball has landed. Now guys, when I tell you about practicing these shots, it is not practicing to show off with your friends. These things are going to come up. Now of course, on the video from where I'm shooting, that's not where the cue ball is, but it's in a similar position. And you can see there, even though I made that shot was not executed fundamentally correct, because you can see I got up in my stroke. But of course I know that it was because of the momentum, the whole fact that I really got a tough shot and I made that bank. I definitely pocket the ball, but you want to practice that on these types of shots, which the shot angle is very deceptive. One of the key elements, the most powerful thing that you can have on these shots is the ability to stay still. Now that was a perfect example of that delivery. The object ball went dead into the center of the pocket, and watch where the cue ball went. Now this cue ball here has a tendency to track very close to the corner. Now if you play this shot a bit too thick into the pocket, there's a high percentage that you're going to scratch in the corner if you have a lot of speed on the cue ball. If it plays thin, like more to the left or to the right side of the center, then you will find that it comes a half a diamond short on the short rail. So you want to definitely be mindful of your speed of the shot as well. You want to ensure that you don't roll the ball so you don't get a skid. You want to stroke the ball with a speed, maybe like about a 2 or a 3 speed, so you can control the cue ball and still cleanly make the putt. Beautiful shot there by Apex Eleni. Watch that cue ball. Keep your eyes on it. It's very close. And you don't want that to happen to you in an actual match, because as I said, with the momentum, with the adrenaline, when you play shots like these, and you're going to see it in a second. I'm going to make the final part on this video here. I'm going to miss this one, I think. And let's have a look at how I missed it. Let's pay attention to the head movement on the back arm, guys. If you have a look at it here, there was a little bit of twist. Just a little bit of twist there. And that particular shot was obviously not because I didn't aim correctly. I had some unwanted side spin, just a here. So you've got to stay still. Keep your eyes focused, laser focus on that contact point, which is in fact a 5/8 ball hit, as I said. And once you deliver it, you're going to make the putt. Now have a look at that. That's the worst way to end the video, but I hope you guys get the point, get the message. All right, so if you guys really like this video, in fact I know you guys like this video, because in my last uploads about aiming from the diamonds, you guys are really making a meal of those videos. So I hope you like this additional knowledge here. Get on the practice table, put some work in, guys. Let me know in the comments how effective it is, and of course continue to improve your game with consistency, precision, accuracy and control. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.